Hello everyone, this is Lam here. Thank you for watching this video. Today I'm going to use the same colors as I did with the Bloom and Shockwave painting. So you see here are the colors, there are a lot of them. And I'll show you a picture of the Bloom and Shockwave. It's very bold and bright and saturated. But today I'm going to make it soft without losing any of the vibrancy. So let's see how I'm going to do it. This is a 10 by 20 canvas, and I am going to shoot the video sideways today. This is the only way I can think of to get the whole canvas in camera without putting the camera way far away. And then I'm going to do a flip cup today. Now watch very carefully about how I layer the cup, because that holds the key to how to make the colors soft. Actually, it is going to make some of the colors soft without affecting the rest of the colors. Now I have every colors of the rainbow in my palette today, so I just follow the color wheel, starting with the purples. I have 3 different shades of purples, so I just layer them from cool to warm, and then the reds. And after that, I'm going to put the gold directly on the red, because this time I want them to react to create kind of an orange color. The metallic red combines with the metallic gold creates a very shiny orange, and I like that. Now here comes. I put some metallic white on the red, just cover everything. And then I put the greens in. Because what happens is that, number one, I don't want the greens to touch the red because that would make brown. And also, remember this is a flip cup. So when the cup flips over, the metallic white will cover the green. And that will make the green softer. Because the metallic white is semi-transparent, it is not like the regular white or the white satin enamel. Those are opaque, so that would make the colors very pasty. Whereas the metallic white, because it is semi-transparent, so that would soften the color without making it too heavy or too pasty. Now, since I have so many colors, I am filling all the way to the top. Actually, it's spilling over a little bit. I still have a little bit of purple to put on. Okay, enough. Flip. Oops, a lot of that spilled over, but you see the white now? You see how soft that green has become? Because it's mixed with the white. But that purple and red section in the middle are still very deep and bright. So I have essentially upplay the red and purples and downplay the green and the blues. Okay, so I tilt it out a little bit before I add my flow extenders. And I am already liking it, because if you look closely, the white, metallic white is starting to form some kind of lacing, so some of the underneath colors is peeking through. And also I like that 2 kind of white, greenish white parts in the middle of the purple. I think that's really cute. So I am trying to find a way to preserve that if I can. Now I'm just putting some regular white around it. And just the flip cup alone today, I don't think it has enough paint to cover the canvas. And today, since I'm going for something softer, I really don't want all the colors to cover the entire canvas. I want to leave some negative space. So, okay, now I'm putting some metallic white down to break up that big patch of purple, because it may not look very big now, but when it stretches, that purple is going to be one solid area of nothing. So I want to break that up. And one way to do it is to put, we can either rack it or we can put some other colors on it. So I decided to put the metallic white down, and then I'm drizzling some gold on top of the metallic white to give it some more colors. And remember, I have 2 different shades of gold. So I'm using both shades to add some dimensions. Now I take out my bamboo stick and do some vines around it, and we'll make it into leaves and vines. I haven't done this for a while, but a few months ago I started doing this a lot, and it is a kind of risky move because it's unpredictable. It looks nice now, but when it stretches, it may not stay. But hopefully this time I don't have to stretch it too far. But just to be sure, I'm going to take my cup, see my dirty cup, and start cupping around it to add some patterns around the edges. This way I would not have to stretch the paint that far. So I'm just randomly doing some cupping. And you don't have to plan it out because it's going to stretch out anyway. But I am doing this in order to preserve as most of the patterns in the middle as I can. So this way I don't have that far to go. That's enough. Okay, this side. Now up to the bottom. Okay, fill up that hole there. Because if I don't fill it, I have to stretch that, and I don't want to stretch that. I think it already has a nice line there. So keep on stretching. Again, not too far to go, just barely touching the edge. I tilted that off. Oh well. Barely enough to cover the corners, and that I will stop. And then just fill up a few holes on the side. Yes, and I decided that it could go up further to the top. There, almost to the top, but not quite. Okay, so that looks pretty good already, except those vines or leaves that I made. They kept the shape pretty nicely, but I am not crazy about the bend, in that curve, the angle in the middle. I think the leaves there can be better defined. So I torch it first, because with my pouring medium, I do need to torch a lot to get rid of the bubbles. this makes, for some reason, tend to trap bubbles. Okay, then I am considering how to improve on the leaves to make it more natural looking, not as abrupt, because right now it looks like it just zigzag like that. I'm trying to see how I can soften that. So I consider it for a long moment, and I finally decided to use my bamboo stick. And I'm going to start by drawing out the points of the leaves, kind of give them some more direction. The good thing is this process usually doesn't take too long, so I'm not going to speed through it. Because my last video, I time-lapsed a lot, but this time I'm not going to. Because the whole painting process is just about 17 minutes long, this kind of a quickie. So I'm just going to let you see how I do it real time. I'm just picking some of the leaves, draw out the points, and then redefining the shapes. See, like this one is bent awkwardly, so I'm trying to soften the angle of that. But then it makes 2 points there, so I need to add definition there and kind of make that into 2 separate leaves. And after that, I am just looking for which one is next. I'm looking for places that can soften. Like here, that angle is too sharp and I don't like that. So I try to lessen that angle, and I kind of drawing out a new leaf there. Yeah, so that way, instead of a 90-degree bend, it is kind of like a small sway. And then there, that round thing, it looks like a mushroom, and I don't want mushroom. So I'm working on that cluster over there. So I'm constantly dipping the stick and then wiping it off. Make sure you wipe off the sticks before you dip it in paint again, otherwise you'll add color to the paint, unless that's what you want to do. I'm thinking about what to do with that. See, that is a really sharp angle. So I am going to soften it by making a leaf there. that does not change the angle, but at least instead of looking like one leaf that is bended at a sharp angle, now they are like 3 separate leaves. So there appears to be a more gradual change. Now I'm going to break that part. It's hard to see it on video, but if you look closely, those look like white parts, but with a little bit of green in the middle. That's very cute. So I want to keep that, but that one on the top there, I kind of broke that so that it looked like it belonged to another leaf. Okay, there. See, I finally draw a point from that mushroom so that it looks more like a leaf than a mushroom. Just a few more little things, but other than that, the composition looks pretty good to me. Okay, I think that is done. I'm putting the torch to it as a final touch, and good thing I did, because right after I finished torching, my phone quitted on me. It is just perfect timing. It's divine intervention. Just that my phone lasted long enough just until I finished. So this is the painting process, and I'll show you some close-ups. Look at the pretty colors and those beautiful gold cells and that red and purple, and look at the softness of the white metallics. It's barely transparent enough to see some of the shadows of the underlying colors. And I'm quite happy about the green outline. See, I debated before I started if I should use green, and I'm glad I did, because there's just barely enough of a hint of it to make it interesting. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.